in a flurry. When I take you out in the Surrey. When I take you out in the Surrey with the fringe on top. When we hit that road, hell for leather. Cats and dogs will dance in the heather. Birds and frogs will sing all together. And the toads will hop. The wind will whistle as we rattle along. The cows will moo in the clover. The river will ripple out a whispered song. And whisper it over and over. Don't you wish you'd go on forever? Don't you wish you'd go on forever? Don't you wish you'd go on forever and never stop in that shiny little Surrey with the fringe on the top?
You'd sure feel like a queen sitting up in that carriage.
Only she was so mean to me a while back, ain't Eller? I'm a good mind not to take her.
I ain't said I was going.
I ain't asked you.
Where'd you get such a rig at anyway? I bet he's went and hired a rig over to Claremore. Thinking I'd go with him.
That's all you know about her.
Spent all his money hiring a rig, and now he ain't got nobody to ride with.
I have too. I did not hire it. Look, I made the whole thing up out of my head.
What? Made it up?
Dashboard and all.
Oh, get off this place, you! Ann Eller, make him get herself out of here! Telling me lies.
Look out now. Making up a few parties ain't against no law I know of. Don't you wish there was such a rig, though? Then you could go to the play party and do a hoedown till morning if you was a mind to. Then, when you was all wore out, I'd lift you onto the Surrey and get up alongside you and we'd just point the horses home. Oh, I can just picture the whole thing. I can see the stars getting blurry when we ride back home in the Surrey. Riding slowly home in the Surrey with the fringe on top. I can feel the day getting older, feel the sleepy head near my shoulder, night and drooping close to my shoulder till it falls kerplop. The sun is swimming on the rim of a hill. The moon is taking a header. And just as I'm thinking all the earth is still, a lark will wake up in the meadow. Hush, you bird, my baby's a-sleeping. Maybe got a dream worth a keeping. Whoa, you ting, and just keep a-creeping at a slow clip, clop. Don't you hurry with the Surrey with the fringe on the top.
Only there ain't no such rig. You said you made the whole thing up.
Well,
Why'd you come around here with your stories and your lies? Getting me all worked up that way. Talking about the sun swimming on the hill. Like it was so. Well, who'd want to ride alongside you anyway? Oh, why don't you just grab her and kiss her when she acts that way, Curly? She's just aching for you too, I bet. Oh, I won't even speak to him, let alone allow him to kiss me, that bragging, bow-legged, wish he had a sweetheart bum. She likes you quite a lot.
if she liked me anymore, she'd sick the dogs onto me.
Ahem. You get the wagon hitched up?
What wagon?
There's a crowd of folks heading over from the Bushy Head for the box social.
Curly said that maybe you loan us your big wagon and bring them up from the station.
Of course I would, if he'd asked me.
Got to talking about a lot of other things. I'll go hitch the horses down if it's all right with you.
Hey, Aunt Ellen.
Well, what happened up at the fair? You do any good at the steer roping?
I did pretty good. I won it.
Good boy.
I always knowed you would.
Ain't nobody can sling a rope like our territory.
That's right. I can't stay but a minute. I gotta get over to 808's. Her pa said if I was over worth $50, I could have her.
$50? That what you win for prize money?
That's what.
Lance, if ain't no Annie's pa keeps his promise, we'll be dancing at your wedding.
If he don't keep his promise, I'll take it right from under his nose. And I won't bring him the present I brought for him. Come on, fellas. Excuse us, Aunt Ellen. So you hold up to your eyes like this. Let me get a good look. Turn it over. And then the picture changes. Come on, give it a try.
Oh, my.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my. Oh, my. Well, I'll be sagated.
They call it the Little Wonder.
Silly goats. The hussy ought to be ashamed of herself. You too. Now, how do you turn the thing to see the other picture? Wait, I'm getting it. Oh, I'm in good mind to tell Ada Annie on you.
Please don't, Aunt Eller. She wouldn't understand.
Oh, no telling what you were up to. Bet you carried on plenty in Kansas City.
I wouldn't call it carrying on, but I sure did see some things I've never seen before. I got to Kansas City on a Friday. By Saturday, I learned a thing or two. For up till then, I didn't have an idea of what the modern world is coming to. I counted 20 gas buggies driving by themselves almost every time I took a walk. And then I put my ear to a bell telephone and a strange woman started in to talk.
What next?
Yeah, what? What next? Everything's up to date in Kansas City. They've gone about as far as they can go. They went and built a skyscraper 7 stories high, about as high as a building ought to grow. Everything's like a dream in Kansas City. It's better than a magic lantern show. You can turn the radiator on whenever you want some heat. With every kind, you can walk your privies in the rain and never wet your feet. They've gone about as far as they can go. Yes, sir. They've gone about as far as they can go. Come on, listen in now. Everything's up to date in Kansas City. They've gone about as far as they can go. They got a big theater they call a Burley Q. For 50 cents you can see a daddy show. One of the girls was fat, pink, and pretty. I was round above her, she was round below. I could swear that she was padded from her shoulder to her heel. But later in the second act, when she began to feel, she proved that everything she had was absolutely real. They've gone about as far as they can go. Yes, sir. They've gone about as far as they can go. What you doing now, Will? This here's called the two-step. It's the only dance nowadays. The waltz is through. A 1 and a 2, a 1 and a 2. Come here, Aunt Eller.
And that's about as far as I can go.
Yes, sir. And that's about as far as she can go.
What you doing now, Will?
This here's called the ragtime. It's the only dance nowadays. Come on now.
Alrighty, boys.
about as far as they can go. Hey! 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 Ah! Hey!
Team's all hitched.
Can't say it's all, Curly. Gotta get over to Ado Annie's.
All right, everybody. Time we got going. Thanks for loaning the wagon, Aunt Eller. Come on, fellers. You too, Curly.
I'll catch up.
See you around, man.
Hey, Nella, I gotta know something. Listen, who's that low, filthy sneak that Lori's got her cap set for?
You.
Never mind that. There's gotta be plenty of men trying to spark her. And she surely leans to one of them now, don't she?
Oh, well, there is that fine farmer, Chase Hutchins, just this side of Lonell. Then, of course, there is that witter man at Claremore. Makes out he's a doctor or a veterinary.
That's what I thought. Hello, Judd.
Hello yourself.
Then, of course, there's someone closer to home that's got her on his mind most of the time, till he can't tell a plow from a thrashing machine.
Him?
Yeah, Judd Fry.
That hard and growly man?
Oh, no, don't you go say nothing against him. He's the hardest hand I ever hired. Practically runs the farm by himself. Two women couldn't do it alone. You ought to know that.
Lori take up with a man like that?
Hey, I ain't said she's took up with him.
He's around here most of the time, ain't he? He lives here.
Out in the smokehouse.
Leaving cleaning the hen house till tomorrow. Gotta quit early because I'm driving Laura to the party tonight.
You're driving Lori?
Asked her.
Well, wouldn't that just make you bawl? Well, Aunt Eller, don't forget, you and me got a date together. And if you make up a nice box of lunch, maybe I'll bid for it.
How we going, Curly? In that rig you made up? I'll ride a straddle of them lights winking like lightning bugs.
That there ain't no made-up rig, you hear me? I hired it over to Claremore.
Lands, you did?
Sure did. Purty one, too. Now, when I come a-calling for you after supper, make sure you got your beauty spots fastened on you proper so you don't lose them off. You hear? That's a right smart turnout. The wheels are yeller, the upholstery's brown, the dashboard's genuine leather. With isinglass curtains you can roll right down in case there's a change in the weather. See you before tonight anyways, on the way back from the station. Ain't no finer rig, I'm a-thinking that I'd care to swap for that shiny little Surrey with the fringe on the top.
Hey, Curly, tell all the girls in Bush you had to stop by here and freshen up. It's a long way to Skidmore's. And that means we'll have a lot of company. Better pack your lunch.
Aunt Eller, don't go to Skidmore's with Curly tonight. If you do, I'll have to ride with Judd all alone.
That's the way you wanted it, ain't it?
No. I did it because Curly was so fresh. But I'm afraid to tell Judd I won't go, Aunt Eller. He'd do something terrible. He makes me shiver every time he gets close to me. Ever go down to that old smokehouse where he's at?
Plenty times, why?
You see them pictures he's got tacked onto the walls?
Oh, I see them, but don't you pay them no mind.
Something's wrong inside of him, Aunt Eller. I hook my door at night and fasten my windows against it. Against it. And the sound of feet walking up and down underneath that tree outside my room.
Oh, Lori!
Mornings he comes to breakfast and looks at me out from under his eyebrows like something back in the brush somewheres. I know what I'm talking about.
Oh, you crazy youngin'. Stop acting like a chicken with its head cut off. Now, who do you reckon that is drove up? Why, it's that old peddler, the one that sold me that egg beater.
He's got Ado Annie with him. Will Parker's Ado Annie.
Oh, that old peddler told me that egg beater would beat up eggs and wring out the dish rags and turn the ice cream freezer and I don't know what all.
Yoo-hoo, Ado Annie!
Hold your horses, peddler man. I want to talk to you.
Hi, Aunt Eller.
Hi, yourself.
Hello, Laurie. Hello. Will Parker's back from Kansas City. He's been looking for you.
Will Parker? I didn't count on him being back so soon.
Yeah, I can see that. Been riding a piece.
The peddler man's gonna drive me to the box social. I got up sort of a tasty lunch.
Ado, Annie, have you took up with the peddler man?
Not yet.
But you're promised to Will Parker, ain't you?
Not what you might say promised. I just told him maybe.
Well, don't you like him no more?
Of course I do. There won't never be nobody like Will.
Then what about this peddler man?
There won't never be nobody like him, neither.
Well, which one do you like best?
Whichever one I'm with.
Well, aren't you a silly?
Now, Laurie, you know they didn't nobody pay me no mind up to this year. Kind as I was scrawny and flat as a beanpole, but then I kind of rounded up a little, and now the boys act different to me.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong. I like it. I like it so much. When a feller talks purty to me, I get all shaky from horn to hoof. Don't you?
I can't think of what you're talking about.
Don't you feel kind of sorry for a feller when he looks like he wants to kiss you?
Well, you can't just go around kissing every man that asks ya. Ain't nobody ever told you that.
Yeah, he told me. It ain't so much a question of not knowing what to do. I know what's right and wrong since I've been 10. I heard a lot of stories, and I reckon they are true, about how girls are put upon by men. I know I mustn't fall into the pit, but when I'm with a feller, I forget. I'm just a girl who can't say no. I'm in a terrible fix. I always say, come on, let's go, just when I ought to say next. When a person tries to kiss a girl, I know she ought to give his face a smack. But as soon as someone kisses me, I somehow sort of want to kiss him back. I'm just a fool when lights are low. I can't be prissy and quaint. I ain't the type that can fate. How can I be what I hate? I can't say no. What you gonna do when a feller gets flirty and starts to talk purty? What you gonna do? Supposing that he says that your lips are like cherries, or roses, or berries. What you gonna do? Supposing that he says that you're sweeter than cream, and he's gotta have cream or die. What you gonna do when he talks that way? Spit in his eye? I'm just a girl who can't say no, can't seem to say it at all. I hate to disappoint a beau when he is paying a call. For a while I act refined and cool, sitting on a velveteen settee. Then I think of that old golden rule and do for him what he would do for me. I can't resist a Romeo in a sombrero and chaps. Soon as I sit on their laps, something inside of me stops. I can't say no. It's like I told you, I get sorry for him.
Well, I wouldn't feel sorry for any man, no matter what.
I'm sure sorry for poor Ollie Hackham now.
Look how Aunt Eller's cussing him out. Ollie Hackham, that's his name? Yeah, it's Persian. You sure for certain you love him better than you love Will? I was sure, but now that old Will has come home, and first thing you know, we'll start talking pretty to me and changing my mind back.
But Will wants to marry you.
So does Ollie Hackham. Did he ask you? Not directly, but how I know is this morning he said that he wanted for me to drive like that with him to the end of the world. Well, for we drove only as far as Catoozy, that'd take to sundown, wouldn't it? Then we'd have to go somewheres and be all night together. And being all night together means he wants a wedding, don't it?
Not to a peddler, it don't.
All right. If the egg beater don't work, I'll give you something just as good.
Just as good. It's got to be 1,000 million times better.
My, oh my. Miss Laurie, chippity crickets, how high you've grown up. Last time I came through here, you was as tiny as a shrub with freckles. Now look at you. A great, big, beautiful lady.
Quit biting me. If you ain't had no breakfast, go and eat yourself a green apple.
All right, Aunt Eller, just listen.
I ain't your Aunt Eller. Don't call me Aunt Eller, you little wart. I'm mad at you.
Well, don't be mad at me. Didn't I say I'd give you a present? Something to wear?
Oh, Foot. Got things to wear. Wouldn't have it. What is it?
Real silk, made in Persia.
What I want with an old Persian garter.
They look awful pretty, Aunt Eller, with bows onto them and all.
I'll try 'em on.
Well, hold out your foot.
Oh, did you have any idea I was gonna let you slide that garter up my limb? Hold on to my petticoats, Lori.
Funny woman. Be much worse if I tried to take her garters off.
Yeah, 'cause that would make her stockings fall down, wouldn't it?
Now give me the other one.
Which one? Oh, you want to buy this one to match that one?
What do you mean by it?
I could give it to you for, 50 cents, 4 bits.
Do you want me to grab that egg beater and ram it down your windpipe?
All right. Well, don't somebody want to buy something? How about you, Miss Laurie? Must be wanting something. Pretty young girl like you.
Me? Of course I want something. I want a buckle made out of shiny silver to fasten onto my shoes. I want a dress with lace. I want perfume. I want to be pretty. I want to smell like a honeysuckle vine. Give her a cake of soap. I want things I've heard of and never had before. A rubber-tired buggy, a cut-glass sugar bowl. I want things I can't tell you about. Not only to look at and to hold in your hands. Things to happen to you. Things so nice that if they ever did happen to you, your heart would quit beating and you'd fall down dead.
I've got just the thing. The elixir of Egypt.
Well, what's that?
It's a secret formula. Used to belong to Pharaoh's daughter.
Smelling salts.
But a special kind of smelling salts. Read what it says on the label. One deep breath and you see everything clear. You see, that's what Pharaoh's daughter used to do. Whenever she had a difficult decision to make, like what prince she ought to marry, what dress to wear to a party, or if she ought to cut somebody's head off, she'd take a whiff of this.
Oh, I'll take a bottle of that, Mr. Peddler.
Oh, it's precious stuff.
How much?
2 bits.
Throwing away your money. Oh, it helps you decide what to do.
All right. Don't you want me to show you some pretty doodads with lace around the bottom and ribbons running in and out?
You mean fancy drawers?
All made in Paris.
Oh, I don't wear that kind myself, but I sure do like to look at them.
Yeah, they's all right, if you ain't going no place.
Bring your trappings inside, and maybe I can find you something to eat and drink. Well, ask him. Why don't you?
Ollie, Laurie and me have have been having an argument
What about, baby?
about what you meant when you said that about driving with me to the end of the world.
Well, I didn't really mean the end of the world.
Well then, how far did you want to go?
As far as, say, Claremore, to the hotel.
What's at the hotel?
Well, outside the hotel is a veranda. And inside, a lobby. And upstairs, well, upstairs might be paradise.
I thought they was just bedrooms.
For you and me, baby, paradise.
You see, I knew I was right and Lori was wrong. You do want to marry me, don't you?
Oh, Ado, Annie. What did you say?
I said you do want to marry me, don't you? What did you say?
I didn't say nothing. Susanna! Ado, Annie, I'm back.
Oh, Bud, just when? Well, Will. That's Will Parker. Promise me you won't fight him.
Why fight him? I've never seen the man before.
Woo!
Woo! Ado, Annie, how's my honey bunch? How is as sweet as 110 pounds of sugar in this territory?
Will, this is Ollie Hacker.
Howdy, Hack. Don't mind the way I talk. If he's gonna get married, marry her on purpose.
No such of a thing.
Well, it is a wonderful thing to be married.
Ollie!
I've got a brother in Persia. He's got 6 wives.
6 wives? All at once?
Sure. It's the way they do it in them countries. Well, not always. I got another brother in Persia. He's only got 1 wife. He's a bachelor.
Look, Will.
Look, Will, nothing. You know what I got for first place at the fair? $50.
Well, that was good. $50?
Catch on. Your pa said if I was ever worth $50, I could marry you.
That's right, he did.
Know what I done with the money? Spend it on presents for you.
But if you spent it, you ain't got the cash.
The fella who sold me the stuff said it was worth more.
But, Will.
Stop saying but, Will. When do I get a little kiss? Honey, you ain't been off my mind since I left. Even at the fairgrounds, I'd be chasing steers, I'd rope one up, and then I'd think of you.
Oh, Will, don't start talking purty.
I'd seen a lot of beautiful gals in Kansas City. Didn't pay 'em one look.
How could you see him if you didn't give him a look?
I mean, I didn't look loving at them the way I look at you.
Oh, Will, please don't look like that. I can't bear it.
I won't stop looking this way until I get a little kiss.
Oh, what's a little old kiss?
Nothing, less than it come from you.
You do talk purty. No, I won't.
Supposing that I say that your lips are like cherries, or roses or berries, what you gonna do? Can't you feel my heart palpitating, a bumping, waiting for something nice from you? I gotta get a kiss, and it's gotta be quick, or I'll jump in a creek and die.
What's a girl to say when you talk that way?
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way.
Come on, Curly. Better take the wagon down to the trough and get the team some water.
Right away, Aunt Eller.
Can I come too? I just love to watch the way that you handle horses.
It's about all I can handle, I reckon.
Oh, I can't believe that, Curly. Not from what I heard about you.
Looks like Curly's tucked up with them Cummins girl.
Well, what I care about that?
Come on, boys. Better take these hampers out under the trees where it's cool.
Why should a woman who is healthy and strong blubber like a baby if her man goes away? A weeping and a wailing how he's done her wrong. That's one thing you'll never hear me say. Never gonna think that the man I lose is the only man among men. I'll snap my fingers to show I don't care. I'll buy me a brand new dress to wear. I'll scrub my neck and I'll brush my hair and start all over again. Many a new face will please my eye. Many a new love will find
be somebody else just as sweet as he. Cheers me and consoles me. Never have I wept into my tea over the deal someone told me. Many a new day will know.
Many a red sun will set, many a blue moon will shine before I do. Ollie Hackham.
Hello, kiddo.
I'm sure sorry to see you so happy, 'cause what I gotta say will make you miserable. I gotta marry Will.
Oh, that is sad news for me. Well, he is a fine fellow.
Don't hide your feelings, Ollie. I'd rather have you come right out and say your heart is busted in two.
Are you positive you gotta marry Will?
Sure shooting.
And there's no chance you're gonna change your mind?
No chance.
Well, then my heart is busted in two.
Oh, Ollie, you do make up pretty things to say.
That you, Annie?
Hello, Pa. What you been shooting?
Rabbits. That true what I hear about Will Parker getting $50?
That's right, Pa, and he wants to hold you to your promise.
Meh. Too bad. Still no. Can't go back on my word.
See, Ollie?
Now I get that money off him before he loses it all. Put it inside your stocking. Or inside your corset where he can't get at it. Or can he?
Well, Pa, he ain't exactly kept it. He spent it all on presents.
See? What I tell you? Now he can't have you. I said it had to be $50 cash.
But Mr. Carnes, is that fair?
Who the heck are you?
This is Ollie Hackham.
Well, shut your face, or I'll fill your behind so full of buckshot, you'll be walking like a duck for the rest of your life.
Ollie, if I don't have to marry Will, maybe your heart don't have to be busted in two like you said.
I did not say that.
Oh, yes, you did.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
You making my daughter out to be a liar?
No, I'm just making it clear what a liar I am if she's telling the truth.
What else you been saying to my daughter?
Oh, an awful lot.
When?
Last night, in the moonlight,
Where?
alongside a haystack.
Listen.
I'm listening. What else he been saying?
He called me his Persian kitten.
Now, why did you call her that?
He
I
said,
don't remember.
I do. He said that I was like a Persian kitten, 'cause they's the cats with the soft, round tails.
That's enough. In this part of the country, that better be a proposal of marriage.
That's what I thought.
Is that what you think?
Look, Mr. Carnes.
Oh, I'm looking.
I'm no good. I'm a peddler. A peddler goes up and down and all around. You'd hardly ever see your daughter no more.
That'd be all right. Take care of her, son. Take care of my little rosebud.
Oh, Paul, that's pretty. You sure for certain you can bear to let me go, Paul?
Are you sure, Mr. Carnes?
Just try and change my mind.
Oh, Ollie Hackham, ain't it wonderful? Paul making up our minds for us, and he won't change neither. Once he gives his word you can have me, why, you got me.
I know I got you.
Mrs. Ollie Hackham, the peddler's bride. Wait till I tell the girls.
Trapped, tricked, hoodwinked, ambushed.
Friend, what's on your mind? Why you walk around and around with your hands falling behind and your chin scraping the ground?
20 minutes ago, I'm free as a breeze, free as a bird in the woodland wild, free as a gypsy, free as a child. I'm unattached. 20 minutes ago, I can do what I please, flick my cigar ashes on a rug, dunk a donut, drink from a jug. I'm a happy man. I'm minding my own business like I oughta. Ain't meaning any harm to anyone. I'm talking to a certain farmer's daughter. And then looking down the muzzle of a gun.
He's getting so you can't have any fun. Every daughter has a father with a gun. It's a scandal. It's an outrage. How a gal gets a husband today.
If you make one mistake when the moon is bright, then you tie you to a contract so you make it every night.
It's a scandal. It's an outrage. When her family surrounds you and says, you gotta take and make an honest woman out of Becky.
To make you make her honest, she will lie like hecky.
It's a scandal. It's an outrage. On our manhood, it's a blot. Where is the leader who will say, mustn't be the first man to be shot?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Oh,
It's a scandal. It's an outrage. Just a wink and a kiss and you're through.
you're a mess, and in less than a year, by heck, there's a baby on your shoulder making bubbles at your neck.
It's a scandal. It's an outrage. Any farmer will tell you it's true.
A rooster in a chicken coop is better off than men. He ain't the special property of just one hen.
It's a scandal. It's an outrage. It's a problem we must solve. We must start a revolution.
All right, boys, read on.
Just packing your hamper now?
I've been busy.
Oh, you got gooseberry tarts too. Wonder if they as light as mine. Mine would like to float away if you blew on them.
Well, I did blow on one of mine, and it broke up into about 1,000,000 pieces.
Ain't she funny?
Gertie, better come inside and cool off.
You coming with me, Curly?
Not just yet.
Well, don't forget, when the auction starts tonight, mine's the biggest hamper.
So that's that Cummins girl I heard so much talk of.
You've seen her before, ain't you?
Yeah, but not since she got so old. Never did I ever see anyone get so peaked looking in such a short amount of time.
Yeah, and she says she's only 18. I bet you she's 19.
What you got in your hamper?
Just some old meat pies and apple jelly. Nothing like what Gertie Cummins has in her basket.
You really gonna drive to the box social with this Judd feller?
Reckon so. Why?
Nothing. It's just that everybody seems to expect me to take you.
Oh, well, then maybe it's just as well you ain't. We don't want people talking about us, do we?
You think people do talk about us?
Well, you know how they are. They're like a swarm of mud wasps. Always gotta be buzzing about something.
Well, what are they saying? That you're stuck on me?
No. Most of the talk is that you're stuck on me. Why do they make up stories that link my name with yours?
Why do the neighbors chatter all day behind their doors?
I know a way to prove what they say is quite untrue. Here is the gist, a practical list of don'ts for you. Don't throw bouquets at me. Don't please my folks too much. Don't laugh at my jokes too much. People will say we're in love.
Laughs at your jokes.
Don't sigh and gaze at me. Your sighs are so like mine. Your eyes mustn't glow like mine. People will say we're in love. Don't start collecting things.
Like what?
Give me my rose and my clock. Sweetheart, they're suspecting things. People will say we're in love.
Some people claim that you are to blame as much as I. Why do you take the trouble to bake my favorite pie? Granting your wish, I carved our initials on that tree. Just keep a slice of all the advice you give so free. Don't praise my charm too much. Don't look so vain with me. Don't stand in the rain with me. People will say we're in love. Don't take my arm too much. Don't keep your hand in mine. Your hand feels so grand in mine. People will say we're in love. Don't dance all night with me till the stars fade from above. They'll see it's alright with me. People will say we're in love. Don't you reckon you could just tell Judd you'd rather go with me tonight?
Oh, Curly. No, I couldn't.
Oh, you could you? Well, I'll go down to the smokehouse myself where Judd's at and See what's so elegant about him? Makes girls want to go to parties with him.
Curly!
What?
Nothing. Don't sigh and gaze at me. Your sighs are so like mine. Your eyes must glow.
Lori, got your hand prepared.
Oh, Aunt Eller. Yes, nearly.
Like a hanky.
What I want with an old hanky.
You got a smudge on your cheek. Just under your eye.
Well, opening, can't you?
Howdy.
What do you want?
I just got through with my business at the house. I thought I'd pay you a call. You got a gun, I see?
Good one. Colt 45.
What do you do with it?
Shoot things.
Ah. That there pink picture. That's a naked woman, ain't it?
Your eyes don't lie to you.
Plumb stark naked as a jaybird. No, she ain't. Not quite. She got a couple of thinking bobs tied onto her.
Shoot, that ain't a thing to what I got here. Look at that top one.
I'll go blind. That'll give me ideas, it would.
That's a dinger, that is.
Yeah, sure is a dinger. That's a nice looking rope you got there. Let's see now. Spins nice. You know Will Parker? He can sure spin a rope, huh? That's a nice strong hook you got there, Judd. You could hang yourself on that.
I could what?
Hang yourself. It'd be as easy as falling off a log. The fact is, you could stand on a log or a chair if you'd rather, right about here, see? And then put this here around your neck, tie it up there good at first, of course, and then all you'd have to do would be to fall off the log or the chair, whichever you'd rather fall off of. Then in 5 minutes or less, with good luck, you'd be as dead as a doornail.
What do you mean by that?
And then folks would come to your funeral and sing sad songs.
Damn.
They would. You never know how many people like you till you're dead. You'd be all laid out in the parlor, docked out in your best suit with your hair combed back slick and a high-starched collar.
There'd be flowers, do you think?
Sure would. And palms, too, all around your coffin. And folks would stand around you, and the men would bare their heads, and the women would sniffle softly. Oh, some would probably faint, ones that took a shine to you when you was alive.
What woman ever took a shine to me?
Lots of women, only they don't never come right out and show you how they feel, unless you die first.
I guess that's so.
They'd sure sing loud, though, once the singing started. Sing like their hearts would break. Poor Judd is dead, poor Judd Fry is dead. All gather round his coffin now and cry. preacher'd get up and he'd say, "Folks, we are gathered here to moan and groan over our brother Judd Fry, who hung himself up by a rope in the smokehouse." And then there'd be weeping and wailing from some of the women. And then he'd say, "Judd was the most misunderstood man in this here territory. And people used to say he was a mean, ugly fella, and they called him a dirty skunk and an honorary pig stealer." But the folks that really knowed him knowed that beneath them 2 dirty shirts he always wore, there beat a heart as big as all outdoors.
As big as all outdoors.
Judd Fry loved his feller man.
He loved his feller man.
He loved the birds of the forests and the beasts of the field. Oh, and he loved the mice and the vermin of the barn. And he treated the rats like equals, which was right. Oh, and he loved the little children. No, he loved everybody and everything in the whole world, only he never let on, so nobody ever noted. Poor Judd is dead, poor Judd Fry is dead. His friends are weeping wail for miles around. The daisies in the dale will give out a different smell, because poor Judd is underneath the ground.
Poor Judd is dead. A candlelight, he said. He's laying in a coffin made of wood. And folks are feeling sad, 'cause they used to treat him bad. But now they know their friend is gone for good.
Good.
Poor Judd is dead. A candle lights his head.
He's looking oh so pretty and so nice. He looks like he's asleep. It's a shame that he won't keep, but it's summer and we're running out of ice. Poor Judd, poor Judd. Yes, sir. That's the way to be. Sure be an interesting funeral. I wouldn't like to miss it.
Wouldn't like to miss it, eh? Well, maybe you will. Maybe you'll go first.
Maybe. Let's see now. Where was you up before you came here? Up by Quapaw, wasn't it?
Yeah. And before that, Tulsa. Lousy they was to me. Always treating me like dirt, making it out that they was better.
And what'd you do? Get even?
Who said anything about getting even?
No one that I recollect. It just came into my head.
If it ever came to getting even with anybody, I'd know how to do it.
Dad?
Nah, there's safer ways if you use your brains. You remember that fire on the Barton farm over by Sweetwater?
Sure do. About 5 years ago. Terrible accident. Burned up the father and mother and daughter.
Only it weren't no accident. Feller told me the hard hand was stuck on the Bartlett girl, and he caught her in the hayloft with another feller.
It was him that burned the place?
Took him weeks to get all the kerosene, always buying it at different times. The feller made it out to be in Missouri, but I knowed all along it was the Bartlett farm. What a liar he was.
A kind of murderer too, ain't he? Let's get some air in here.
You ain't told me what business you had down here. We got no cattle to sell, nor no cow ponies. The oat crops done spoke for.
You sure relieve my mind considerable.
There's only one thing on this farm you could want, and it better not be that.
But that's just what it is.
You better not be. You keep away from her, you hear?
You know, somebody ought to tell Lori about what kind of man you are. And for that matter, somebody ought to tell you once about yourself.
You better get out of here, Curly.
A feller wouldn't feel very safe in here with you if he didn't know you. But I know you, Judd. In this country, there's two things you can do if you're a man. Live out of doors is one. Live in a hole is the other. I've sat by my horse in the brush somewheres and heard a rattlesnake many a time. Rattle, 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 he'd go, scared to death. Somebody's coming close to his hole. Somebody's gonna step on him. Get his fangs ready, full of poison. Curl up and wait. Long as you live in a hole, you're scared. You gotta have perfection. Oh, you can have muscles. Oh, like iron, and still be as weak as an empty bladder, lesson you got things to barb your hide with. How'd you get to be the way you are anyway? Setting up in this filthy hole thinking the way that you're thinking? Why don't you go do something healthy once in a while instead of saying, shut up in here, a crawling and a festering? I wish you'd let me show you something. There's a knothole up there, about as big as a dime. You see it winking? I just want to see if I can hit it. Bullet straight through the knothole without touching. Slick as a whistle, didn't I? I know I could do it, and you saw it too, didn't you? Well, somebody's coming, I expect.
Who fired off a gun? Was it you, Curly? Don't just sit there, you lummy. Answer when you're spoke to.
Well, I shot once.
What was you shooting at?
See that knothole up there?
I see lots of knotholes.
Well, it was one of them.
Well, aren't you just a pair of purty nothings sitting there picking away at knotholes and scaring everybody to death? I were to give you a good Dutch rubbing, iron the craziness out of you. It's all right. Nobody hurt, just a pair of fools swapping noises.
Mind if I visit with you, gents? It's good to get away from the women every now and then. Now that we're all by ourselves, I've got some purty private knickknacks to show you. You know, special for the menfolk.
Well, I'll see you gentlemen later. I gotta get a surrey I hired for tonight.
Art postcard.
Who do you think you're taking in that Surrey?
And Ellen. And Lori, if she'll come with me.
She won't.
Maybe she will.
She promised to go with me. And she better not change her mind. She better not!
Now, I'd like you to take a look at these. Straight from Paris.
Don't want none of them things. You got any frog stickers?
You mean one of them long knives? What would you want with a thing like that?
I don't know. Kill a hog or a skunk. It's all the same, ain't it? Tell you what I'd like better than that, if you ever heard of it. Ever hear one of them things you call the Little Wonder? You hold it up to your eye and you see pictures. Only that ain't all there is to it. You see, it's got a little jigger onto it, and you touch it, and out springs a sword blade.
On a spring, eh?
He says to a feller, look through this. And then when he's looking, you snap at the blade. It hits just above his chest, and then bang! Down you come.
It's a fun joke to play on a friend. It's too dangerous. I don't handle things like that. I would like to show you my new stock of postcards.
Don't want none. I'm sick of them things. I'm gonna get me a real woman.
You want a real woman? I'm having problems right now, all on account of one. And you say you want one? Why?
You're a man who is free to come and go as you please. You got a nice, cozy spot down here. It's private. Nobody to bother you. Artistic pictures. They don't talk to you.
Tired of all these pictures of women.
So you're tired of them. Throw them out and buy new ones. You get tired of women and what can you do? Nothing. You just keep getting tighter, tighter.
I've made up my mind.
So, you want a real woman? Have you happened to heard of a girl named Ado Annie?
Oh, I don't want her.
Well, I don't either, but I got her.
Don't want nothing from no darn peddler. I want real things. What am I doing shut up in here, as that feller says? Crawling and festering. What am I doing inside of this lousy smokehouse? The floor creaks. The door squeaks. There's a field mouse a-nibbling on the broom. And I sit by myself like a cobweb on a shelf by myself in a lonely room. But when there's a moon in my window and it slants down a beam across my bed, and the shadow of a tree starts a-dancing on the wall, and a dream starts a-dancing in my head, and all of the things that I wish for turn out like I want them to be, and I'm better than that smart aleck cowhand who thinks he's better than me. And the girl that I want ain't afraid of my arms, and her own soft arms keep me warm, and her long curly hair falls across my face just like the rain in a storm. The floor creaks, the door squeaks, and the mouse starts a-nibbling on the broom. And the sun flicks my eyes. It was all a pack of lies! I'm awake in a lonely room. I ain't gonna dream about her arms no more. I ain't gonna leave her alone. Going outside, getting myself a bride. Get me a woman to call my own.
And in your future, I see a dark, handsome man.
Girls, could you go somewhere else and tell fortunes? I need to be here by myself.
Look! She bought that old smelling salts the pigs are trying to sell us!
It ain't smelling salts. Just gonna make up my mind for me. Look at me take a good whiff now. when I think everything out clear. Beginning to see things clear already. Turn your dreams and into his arms. You'll have to fly. When the mist is low and so
Wake up, Miss Laurie. It's time for the party.
I know you stealed my card.
Yeah, I'm excited. Come on, ladies. Yeah, I need to go. I'm going.
Oh, the farmer and the cowman should be friends. Oh, the farmer and the cowman should be friends. One man likes to push a plow, the other likes to chase a cow. That's no reason why they can't be friends. Territory folks should stick together, territory folks should all be pals. Cowboys dance with the farmer's daughters, farmers dance with the rancher's gals. Territory folks should stick together, territory folks should all be pals. Cowboys dance with the farmer's daughters, farmers dance with the rancher's gals. I'd like to say a word for the farmer.
Well, say it.
He came out west and made a lot of changes.
He came out west and built a lot of fences.
And built them right across our cattle ranges. Yeah, why these dirt scratchers stay in Missouri where they belong? We've got as much right here.
Hey, gentlemen, shut up! The farmer is a good and thrifty citizen. No matter what the cowman says or thinks, you'll seldom see him drinking in a bar room,
Unless somebody else is buying drinks.
Oh, the farmer and the cowman should be friends. Oh, the farmer and the cowman should be friends. The cowman ropes the cow with fees, the farmer steals her butter and cheese. That's no reason why they can't be friends. Territory folks should stick together, territory folks should all be pals. Cowboys dance with the farmer's daughters, farmers dance with the rancher's girls.
I'd like to say a word for the cowboy. The road he treads is difficult and stony. He rides for days on end with just a phony for a friend.
I sure am feeling sorry for the pony.
The farmer should be sociable with the cowboy. If he rides by and asks for food and water, don't treat him like a louse. Make him welcome in your house.
But be sure that you lock up your wife and daughter.
Who wants an old farm woman anyway?
Oh, if you married once, you could get a square meal.
You can't talk to women on my fault.
He can say what he wants to say.
Ain't nobody gonna slug out anything. This here's a party. Sing it, Andrew. Dum da da dum dum dum.
Oh, the farmer and the cowman should be friends. Oh, the farmer and the cowman should be friends. One man likes to push a plow, the other likes to chase a cow. That's no reason why they can't be friends.
When this territory is a state and joins the union just like all the others, the farmer
don't say I'm no better than anybody else, but I'll be darned if I ain't just as good. I don't say I'm no better than anybody else, but I'll be darned if I ain't just as good. Territory folks should stick together, territory folks should all be pals. Cowboys hands with the farmers' daughters, farmers hands with the ranchers' girls.
All right, everybody. Time we start this box social.
I'm so hungry I can eat a gate post.
Who's the auctioneer?
How about Aunt Ellen? Oh, yeah.
Oh, now let one of the gentlemen be the auctioneer.
No, you're the boss.
Okay, all right. Now, gentlemen, you know the rules. You got to bid blind. You ain't supposed to know what girl goes in what hamper. Of course, if your sweetheart has told her that hers will be done up in a certain color way with a certain color ribbon, that ain't my fault. Now, we'll auction the hampers around the other side of the house and work around back here. Come on, folks, follow me. I'm just gonna...
Well, hello, young fella.
Oh, it's you.
I was just hoping we'd meet. I think you and me ought to have a little talk.
We only got one thing to talk about. Well, Mr. Hakeem, you got yourself engaged to Ado Annie. Well, nothing. I don't know what to call you. You ain't pretty enough for no skunk. You ain't skinny enough for a snake. You're too little to be a man. Too big to be a mouse. I reckon you're a rat.
That's logical.
Answer me this question. Do you really love her?
Well...
Because if you didn't, I'd smush you up in the basket and drop you in the river. Are you serious about her?
Yes, I'm serious.
Do you worship the ground she walks on like I do? And this one better be a yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
The heck you do.
Yes.
Would you spend every cent you had in the world for her? That's what I done. See the basket? Full of presents. Cost me $50. That's all I had in the world.
If only you had that $50 cash.
I'd have Ado Annie. You'd lose her.
Yes, I'd lose her. Say, what do you got in this basket here? I might want to buy something.
What would you want then?
I'm a peddler, ain't I? I buy and sell. Maybe you're willing to pay real money. As much as, well, a lot. What a beautiful hot water bag. It looks French. Must have cost plenty. I'll give you $8 for it.
$8? That's not really honest, sir. I only paid $3.50.
All right. I said I'd give you 8, and I will. Say, that's a cracker Jake.
Take your hands off that. This was for our wedding nights.
Well, it don't fit you so good. I'll give you $22.
But that's just...
All right, fine. $22.50, not a cent more.
Those. Those are for her to wear.
I didn't hardly think it was for you. My dainty. $15. All right, let's see. 8 and 22 makes 30. And 15 is 45. 45.50.
45.50. Say, that's almost... Want to buy something else?
Might.
Did you ever see one of these?
What made you get a thing like that? You got it in for someone?
How do you mean? It's just some funny pictures.
Oh, it's more than that. It's...
Where is everybody? Where's Aunt Eller?
On the other side of the house.
Laurie, where'd you run off to?
How much you pay me?
I don't handle things like that. They're too dangerous. I guess you don't really know what it does.
Sure do. It's just a girl in pink tights. Ugh.
Either of you two fellers seen Laurie?
She just went on the other side of the house. The auction's going on over there.
Hey, John. It's one of them things you was looking for. The little wonder?
How much?
$3.50.
It's a lot of money, but I got an idea it might just be worth it.
Okay. $3.50 from him. $45.50 from you. 50. That makes $50.
No. $1 short.
Darn it. I must have figured wrong. 2, 3, 4, 5. How much for the basket?
$1.
Done! Now I got me $50. Know what that means? It means I'm gonna steal the 808.
No. You wouldn't do a thing like that to me.
Oh, wouldn't I? And when I tell her Paul, who I got most of the money off of, maybe he'll reconsider who's smart and who's dumb. Ha-ta-ta!
Say, young fellow, you certainly buncoed me.
Come on, folks, it's time to start the auction. Now, here are the last 2 hampers. Who they are, I ain't know, Addie.
The little one's mine, and the one next to it is Laurie's.
Well, that's the end of that secret. Now, what am I bid for 8 Annie's hamper?
2 bids. 4.
Who says 6? You, Slim? Ain't nobody hungry no more. What about you, peddler man? 6 bits.
Nah. Come on. Oh, 6 bits.
6 bits ain't enough for a lunch like 8 Annie can make. Let's hear $1. What about you, Mike? You won her last year.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, Ada, you got some of that sweet potato pie like last year?
You bet. Same old sweet potato pie, Mike. What do you say?
I say, it gave me a 3-day bellyache.
Never mind that. Let's hear $1.
Bead.
But mine's the last bit. I got it for 6 bits.
Bead.
$1. 90 cents.
90 cents, we're getting rich. Another desk for the schoolhouse. Do I hear more?
You win $50!
No! $50? Nobody ever bid $50 for a lunch. Nobody ever bid 10.
Ha! He ain't got $50.
Oh, yes, I have. And if you're a man of your honor, you'll give me 8 Annie.
But where's your money?
It's right here in my hand.
That ain't yours. You just bid it, didn't you? You gave it to the schoolhouse. Gotta say, the peddler still gets my daughter's hand.
Now, wait a minute. This is not fair.
Going for $50, going for $50, going.
51!
Are you crazy?
52! Wait a minute. Wait. If I don't bid my money, I can keep my money.
Oh, sure can.
Man, I still got $50. This is mine.
You feeble-minded shotpoke!
Going, going, gone. And Ada Annie gets her prize, I guess.
And I get Annie. Come here, baby.
And what are you getting for $51, huh?
A 3-day bellyache.
Now, here's my niece's hamper. I took a peek inside a while ago, and I must say, it looks mighty tasty. What do I hear, gents?
2 bids. 4 bids.
Who says 6? Oh, you, Slim.
I bid $1.
That's more like it. Do I hear
$1.25.
$2. $2.50.
$3.
And 2 bits.
$3 and 4 bits. $4.
And 2 bits.
4 1/4? Anybody gonna bid me more? Oh, I've got a bid of 4 1/4 from Judd Fry. Anybody gonna bid me more?
4.5.
Going for 4.5. Going
$4.75.
for $4.75. Ain't got nearly enough yet. Schoolhouse needs a nice new chimney.
$5.
Going for $5. Going for $5. Going.
And 2 bits.
2 inch for my blood. I can't afford no more.
Ain't got nearly enough yet. Not for cold duck with stuffing and lemon meringue pie. Anybody gonna bid me more?
$6.
Going for $6.
And
Going
2
for.
bits.
My, you're stubborn, Judd. Carnes is a richer man than you, and I know he likes custard with raspberry syrup.
Shit. Let's get on it, Eller.
Got enough, ain't Ellen?
Here's my money.
Wait, I ain't said going, gone.
Well, say it!
Going to Judd Fry for $6 and 2 bits.
What did you say
Going
was getting, Lori?
Judd Fry,
And for how much?
6 1/4.
I don't reckon that's quite enough, do you?
It's more than you.
Got a saddle here. Cost me $30.
You can't bid saddles. Gotta be cash.
$30 saddle must be worth something to somebody.
I'll give you 10.
Don't be a fool, boy. You can't earn a living without a saddle.
Got cash?
Right in my pocket.
Don't let's waste time. How high you going?
Hire you, no matter what.
Aunt Eller? I bid all the $10 Joe's gonna give me.
Going for $10. Going
$10 and 2 bits.
for Curly.
Most of you know my horse, Dun. She's a kind of nice horse, gentle and well bred.
Don't sell Dun, Curly. It ain't worth it.
give you 25 for her.
I'll sell done to you. That makes the bid 35, Aunt Eller.
Curly, you're crazy, but it's all for the schoolhouse, ain't it? All for educating and learning. Going for 35, going for 35.
Hold on! I ain't finished bidding yet. You just put up everything you had in the world. Can't beat your clothes, because they ain't worth nothing. Can't beat your gun, because you're gonna need that. Oh, you're gonna need that bad. Well, Aunt Eller, I'm just as reckless as Curly McLean. I guess I'm just as good as getting what I want. Which is why I'm gonna bid all I got in the world. All I saved for 2 years doing farm work. All for Laurie. $42.31.
Anybody want to buy a gun? You, Joe? Bought it brand new last Thanksgiving. It's worth a lot.
Curly, please don't sell your gun.
I'll give you $18 for it. Sold. That makes my bid $53, Aunt Eller. Anybody going any higher?
Going. Are you folks crazy? Ain't nobody gonna cheer or nothing.
Oh, the farmer and the cowman should be friends. Oh, the farmer and the cowman should be friends.
Howdy! The farmer and the cowman should be friends. Now, you may have lost the bid, but the bid was fair. Come on, cowman. Shake the farmer's hand.
Sure. I'll shake his hand. No hard feelings, Curly.
That's
Say, got something to show you. Excuse us, Laurie. Look through these.
Just what is that?
Something real special. You just hold it up to your
Curly!
eye.
Curly, what are you doing?
Doing? Nothing much. What are you screaming at a man like that for? You scared the liver and lights out of a feller.
Stop looking at those old French pictures and ask me for a dance. You brought me to the party, didn't you?
All right then, you silly old woman. I'll dance with you. I'll dance you all over the meadow you want.
Well, pick at the banjo to pieces, Sam.
All right, Ada Annie. I got the $50 cash. Now you name the date.
August 15th.
Why August 15th?
That was the day I was first kissed.
Was it? I don't remember.
You wasn't there.
Now look at here, Ado. Now that we're engaged, we can have a talk. You can't have fun no more. I'm meeting with other fellers. You'll have to be a little more standoffish when fellers offer you a buggy ride.
I'll give an imitation of a crawfish and dig myself a hole where I can hide.
I heard how you was kicking up some capers when I was off in Kansas City, Mo. I heard some things you couldn't print in papers from fellers who've been talking like they know.
But I only did the kind of things I oughta, sorta. To you I was as faithful as can be. For me, the story's about the way I lost my bloomers. Rumors, a lot of tempest in a pot of tea.
sound very good to me.
Well, you see,
I go and sold my last Waldo. I cut out all shenanigans. I save my money and don't gamble or drink in the back room down at Flanagan's. I give up a lot of other things a gentleman never mentions. But before I give up any more, I want to know your intentions. With me, it's all or nothing. Is it all or nothing with you? It can't be in between. It can't be now and then. No half and half romance will do. I'm a one-woman man, home loving type, all complete with slipper and pipe. Take me like I am or leave me be. If you can't give me all, give me nothing. 'Cause nothing's what you'll get from me.
hearing something.
Nothing's what you'll get from me.
It can't be in between. It can't be now and then.
No half and half romance will do.
Would you build me a house all painted white, cute and clean and pretty and bright?
Big enough for two, but not for three.
Supposing that we should have a third one.
He better look a lot like me.
The spitting image.
He better look a lot like me.
With you, it's all or nothing. All for you and nothing for me. But if a wife is wise, she's gotta realize that men like you are wild and free. So I ain't gonna fuss, ain't gonna frown. Have your fun, go out on the town. Stay out late and don't come home till 3. And go right off to sleep if you're sleepy. There's no use waiting up for me.
Oh, wait, oh, Annie.
No use waiting up for me.
Come on and kiss me. Ado, come here, baby.
What's going on? Why are we stopping? I thought you wanted to dance.
Wanted to talk to you. What made you slap that whip on the old 80? Nearly make her run her away. What was your hurry?
Afraid we'd be late for the party?
You didn't want to be with me a minute more than you had to.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm with you by myself right now, ain't I?
You would have got out of it if you could have. Mornings, you stay shut up in your room. Nights, you sit in the front room and won't get out of any other sight. Last time I seen you alone was winter, with the snow 6 inches deep in drifts. I was sick. You brought me that hot soup out to the smokehouse, and me in bed. I hadn't shaved in 2 days. Well, as if I had a fever. You place your head on my forehead and see.
Yeah, I remember.
Do ya? I bet you don't remember as much as me. I remember everything you ever did, every word you ever said. Can't think of nothing else. Ain't good enough. I'm a hard hand, dirt on my hands, pig slop. Ain't fitting to touch you. You're better. You're so much better. We'll see who's better, Miss Laurie. And you wish you wasn't so free with your airs. You're such a fine young lady.
Are you making threats at me? Are you standing standing there trying to tell me if I don't allow you to slobber over me like a hog, why, you're gonna do something about it? Why, you're nothing but a mangy dog and somebody ought to shoot you. You think so much about being a hired hand. Well, let me tell you something that'll rest your brain, Mr. Judd. You ain't a hired hand for me no more. You can just pack up your duds and scoot. Oh, and I got an even better idea than that. You ain't to come on this place again, you hear me? I'll send your stuff any place you like, but if you so much as set another foot onto the pasture, I'll sick the dogs onto you.
Said you say. Brought it on yourself. Can never change. You said you say. You see how it is. You brought it on yourself. You wouldn't listen. You wouldn't listen. You wouldn't listen. You wouldn't listen. You wouldn't listen.
Who's there?
Just me, Lori. Have you seen Ada Lanny? She's gone again. Nada?
Will, could you do something for me?
Sure.
Go and find Curly and tell him I'm here. I need to see him. I gotta see Curly awful bad.
Then why don't you turn around and look, you crazy woman?
Curly!
Well, you found yours. I gotta go find mine again.
Now what on earth is ailing the Bella Claremore? By gum, if you ain't crying.
Curly, I'm afraid. Afraid for my life.
Oh, jumping toadstools.
Don't you leave me.
Great God Almighty.
Don't mind me crying. I can't help it.
Cry your eyes out.
I don't know what to do.
Here, I'll show you. My goodness. About all a man can stand in public. Go away from me, you.
You don't like me, Curly?
Like you? Oh, get away from me. Plumb away from me. Oh.
Curly, you're standing on the stove!
Gracious! Oh, it's cold as a hunk of ice.
Wish that you'd burnt a hole in your pants.
Oh, you do ya?
You heard me.
Now looky here. You stand over there where you are, and I'll sit over here, and you tell me what you wanted with me.
Well, Judd was here. He scared me. He's crazy. I ain't never seen nobody like him before. He talked wild and he threatened me. So I fired him. I wish I hadn't. There's no telling what he'll do now.
You fired him. Well then, that's all there is to it. Tomorrow I'll get you a new hired hand, and I'll stay on the place myself tonight if you're nervous about that hound dog. Now, quit your worry, or I'll spank you. Hey, while I think of it, how about marrying me?
Gracious! What I want to marry you for?
Well, can't you maybe think of some reason why you might?
I can't think of nothing right now, hardly.
Lori, please, ma'am, marry me. I don't know what I'll do if you don't.
Curly? Why, I'll marry you if you want me to.
I'll be the happiest man alive as soon as we're married. Oh, I gotta learn to be a farmer. No, I see that. Quit thinking about throwing a rope and starting to get my hands blistered in a new way. Oh, things is changing right and left. Buy up mowing machines, cut down the prairies, shoe your horses, drag your plow under the sod. Oh, they're gonna make a state out of this territory. They're gonna put it in the Union. Countries are changing, you gotta change with it. Bring up a pair of boys, new stock, to keep up with the way things is going in this crazy country. And I got you with me. Oh, I'll mount to something yet. I remember the first time I ever saw you. It was at the fair. You was riding that gray filly of blue stars. Oh, and I says to someone, who's that skinny little thing with the bang hanging down on her forehead?
Yeah, I remember. He was riding broncs that day.
That's right.
I had one of them throwed you.
That did not throw me.
Guess you jumped off then.
Sure, I jumped off.
Yeah, you sure did.
Hey! If there's anybody out around this yard that can hear my voice, I want you to know that Laurie Williams is my girl! Oh, and she's went and got me to ask her to marry me!
Here you all the way to Gattusi!
Oh, let 'em! Let people say we're in love. Who cares what happens now?
Just keep your hand in mine. Your hand feels so grand in mine. Let people say we're in love. Starlight looks well on us. Let the stars beam from above. Who cares if they tell on us? Let people say we're in
I'll say goodbye here, baby.
Can't you even stay to drink to Curly and Laurie?
It's time for the lonely gypsy to go back to the open road.
Wished I was going with you. Then you wouldn't have to be so lonely.
Look, Ada Winnie, there is a man who loves you like nothing ever loved nobody.
Oh,
A man who will stick to your side all your life. And that's the man for you. Will Parker.
Oh, yeah. Well, I like Will a lot.
He is a fine fellow. Strong like an ox. Young and handsome.
I love him all right, I guess.
Of course you do. You love his deep brown eyes and the way his mouth wrinkles when he smiles.
Do you love him too?
I love him because he will make my Ada Annie happy. Goodbye, baby. I will show you how we say goodbye in Persia.
That was goodbye?
Well, we have an old song in Persian that says, one goodbye is never enough. I'm glad you're marrying such a wonderful man as this Will Parker. He is a fine man, and you deserve a fine man as well.
Hello, Will. Ollie's just saying goodbye.
Will, no, I wanted to say goodbye to you too. No, you don't. I just saw the last one. You were made for each other. Will, be good to her, and you be good to him. Now, you don't mind, I am a friend of the family now. Didn't you say you was going? Yes, I must, back to the open road. The lonely gypsy. Goodbye, my baby. I will show you how we say goodbye in my country. A Persian goodbye. I am a friend of the family. Lucky fella. Wished it was me she was marrying instead of you. Doesn't seem to make an awful lot of difference. Ado, you ain't gonna think of that peddler no more, are you?
Course not. Never think of no one lessen he's with me.
Then I'll never leave your side.
Even if you don't, even if you never go away on a trip or nothing, can't you, once in a while, give me one of them Persian goodbyes?
A Persian goodbye? That ain't nothing like an Oklahoma hello.
Hello, Will!
Drunk with us. Why, I ain't ever seen you so sober at a wedding party.
Been scared. Been scared Judd Fry up and starved for Curly.
Why, Judd Fry ain't been seen in 3 weeks.
He's back. Saw him at Claremont's last night. He was drunk as a lord.
Let's give 3 cheers for the happy couple. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip.
How dare you? Say, Curly, was you scared when the preacher man said, "You take this ill woman"?
I was scared he wouldn't say it.
I was afraid Curly'd back out on me.
They couldn't pick a better time to start in life.
It ain't too early and it ain't too late.
Starting as a farmer with a brand new wife.
Soon be living in a brand new state.
Brand new state, gonna treat you great.
Gonna give you barley, carrots, and potatoes.
Pasture for the cattle, spinach and tomatoes.
Flowers on the prairie where the June bugs zoom.
Plenty of air and plenty of room.
Plenty of room to swing and rope.
Plenty of heart and plenty of hope.
The home where the wind comes sweeping down the plain, and the waving wheat can sure smell sweet when the wind comes right behind the rain. Oh, the home every night, my honey lamb and I sit alone and talk and watch a hawk making lazy circles in the sky. For we know we belong to the land, and the land we belong to is grand. And when we say, yippee-yo-yay, we're only saying you're doing fine, Oklahoma, Oklahoma, okay.
Every night we sit
doing fine, Oklahoma, Oklahoma. Okay, Oklahoma, 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 Oklahoma. We know we belong to the land, and the land we belong to is grand. And when we say, yeah, yippee-yo-yay, we're only saying you're doing fine, Oklahoma, Oklahoma. O-K-L-A-H-O-M-A, Oklahoma. Yeah!
Hey, you better hurry into that other dress. Gotta get going in a minute.
You hurry and pack your own duds. They're laying all over my roof.
Hey, Will, would you mind hitching the team to the Surrey for me?
Have it up in the jiffy, Carly.
He's gone upstairs.
What you gonna do, Pa? Give Curly and Laurie a shivery? I wish you wouldn't.
Oh, it's just a silly old custom. Never hurt nobody. You women just get on. Come on, vamos.
You can't talk to me like that, Laura. I'm grown.
Oh, stop gabbing about it. That's what I thought.
Seems like these times men ain't got no need for women.
Well, there's times women ain't got no need for men.
Yeah, but who wants to be dead? I thought you was up in Bushy Head.
Just come from there.
Too bad you missed Laura's wedding.
Been having one of my own.
Leo's. Who'd you marry? Where is he?
Is that him?
That's him!
Ollie Hackle!
Did you see my ring, girl?
How long you been married?
4 days. Four days with a laugh like that? Just count as a golden wedding.
But if you married her, you must have wanted to.
Sure I wanted to. Wanted to when I saw the moonlight shining on the barrel of her father's shotgun. Thought it'd be better to be alive. But now I ain't so sure.
Allie ain't gonna travel around the world no more. I decided he ought to settle down in Bushy Head and run Papa's store.
Hey, Will, did you hear the news? Gertie married the peddler.
Ain't that mighty glad, peddler man? I think I ought to kiss the bride. Friend of the family! Gertie, ever heard of an Oklahoma hello? Where are you going? I gotta keep Ada waiting from killing your wife! Mind your own business!
What are you doing out here making all that racket, you bunch of pig stealers?
Come on down, peaceable. Laura Sugar.
Hey, you two, you curly-headed cowboy.
With a dimple on your chin.
Come on, fellas, let's get him!
Get him out of there.
Hey, Laura, I got a girl baby for you. And a baby boy. They're twins.
Wedding party still going on? Glad I ain't too late. Got a present for the groom. But first, I want to kiss the bride. Here's your present.
Look at him, he fell on his own knob.
Well, roll him over. Somebody.
Hey, get away from me, man! Look at him! Don't say anything.
It can't be that way.
I didn't go to...
It can't be. Like that to happen to us.
Can't do a thing now. Try to get to a doctor, but I don't know.
Here, some of you, carry him over to my rig and I'll drive him over to Doc Tyler's.
I'm afraid it's too late.
Yeah. Be gentle. It's a corpse, y'all. Come on, hurry up.
I gotta go see if there's anything that can be done for him. Take care of her, Aunt Helen.
Go on, get. Maybe it's better for you and Curly not to go away tonight.
I just don't see why this had to happen. When everything was so fine.
Don't let your mind run on it.
Oh, we can't forget. Never will.
That's all right, Lori, baby. If you can't forget, don't try to, honey. Oh, these things happen to people all the time. Being sick, poor, and hungry, even being old and afraid to die. But that's the way it is. Cradle to grave, and you can stand it. Here's one way. You got to be hardy. You got to be. You can't have the sweet and tender in life unless you're tough.
Oh, I wish I was the way you are.
Scrawny and old. You couldn't hire me to be the way I am.
What would I do without you? You're such a crazy.
Sure as you're born.
They'll be taking Judd over to Dave Tyler's till the morning.
Is he alive?
Lori, honey. Cordelim here, he's the federal marshal, you know, and he thinks I ought to give myself up. Tonight, he thinks.
Tonight?
Your train leaves for Claremore in 20 minutes.
The best thing is for Curly to go of his own accord and tell the judge.
You're the judge, ain't you, Andrew?
Yes, but...
Well, then tell him now and get it over with.
Oh, it wouldn't be proper. You have to do it in court.
Fiddlesticks. Let's do it here and say we did it in court.
We can't do that. That's breaking the law.
Oh, we're not breaking the law. We're just bending it a little. Oh, come on, Andrew, start the trial. We ain't got but a few minutes.
Andrew, I gotta protest.
Oh, shut your trap. We can give the boy a proper trial without locking him up on his wedding night. Here's the long and short of it. What's your plea? It means why'd you do it?
Why'd I do it? Because he'd always been pestering Lori, and I always said that
Just a minute, Don't let your tongue loll in your mouth like that. Listen to my question. What happened tonight that made you kill him?
Well, he came at me with his knife, and
So you had to defend yourself, right?
Well, why, yes, and furthermore...
Oh, never mind the furthermore. The plea is self-defense.
Oh, self-defense.
Come on, that ain't right.
Quiet. Thank you. Now, is there a witness to the scene?
I feel funny about this, Andrew. I sure feel funny.
Ugh.
You'll sure feel funny when I tell your wife you're carrying on with other women.
Oh, I ain't carrying on with no one.
Maybe not, but you'll sure feel funny when I tell your wife you are.
Hey, laugh all you like, but as a federal marshal...
Oh, shut up about being a federal marshal. We ain't gonna let you send the boy to jail on his wedding night. We just ain't gonna let you. Yeah. So shut up.
Yeah. Here, fellas, let's carry them over to their train to Curly, Surrey, and we'll be the horses.
Self-defense.
Hey, wait a minute! I haven't told y'all the verdict yet.
Well, the verdict's not guilty, ain't it?
Of course, but...
Well, then say it.
Okay.
Not guilty.
Court's adjourned.
Why, oh, Annie, where on earth have you been?
Well, and me have been having a misunderstanding, but he explained it fine.
I